My name is Joshua NEEDHAM, Food Pantry Coordinator, Salvation Army, Silicon Valley. And my journey at the Salvation Army started about 4.5 years ago. And at that time, I was broken, I was lost, selfish, self-centered, and arrogant.
Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm Josh's mom. And as I witnessed the powerful impact the Salvation Army has had and continues to make in my son's life, I see it as a lighthouse, a bright light in the darkness, guiding a lost boat into safe waters.
My brother and I were very close growing up. It felt like I was always trying to impress him, to make him want to hang around me. As his choices began to change and our relationship became distant, letting go of our relationship was the hardest thing for me to do.
Growing up, I had an amazing childhood and went to college, played basketball, had everything I ever dreamed about, and then life started showing up, and I would use and I would drink to numb those feelings. And then I lost complete control, and addiction took over my entire life. Took over my finances, took over my motivation, took over my dreams, my goals, and I lost everything and everyone I love.
There was a time when he was not allowed to see his son, and we didn't know if he'd ever be able to see him. And watching him become the man that he always wanted to be, and the daddy that he is today, just warms our heart. We're so grateful to be able to be a part of it.
Camera, bud. Whoa. Look at the camera. So this is my son, Carson James NEEDHAM. He's 4.5, and for about 2.5 years, I wasn't allowed to see him. And today, because of the Salvation Army, I get to raise my son. It's no longer just a Starbucks pick up and drop off, if you will. I get to pick up my son from school. I get to make him breakfast. Get to do his schoolwork with him. I'm teaching him how to pray. And my son is back in my life, but most importantly is my son has his dad back.
When he found the Salvation Army, I watched him walk slowly, step by step, into the light. Not only did the Salvation Army provide the structure, discipline, and guidance he needed to get clean and sober, they also provided the support and prayer he needs to remain clean and sober.
The light that I talk about came back into his eyes and his heart. I think had he continued on without Salvation Army and without the people that came into his life and the program that he lives his life by as well, he might not be standing here with us today. And for that, I am so grateful.
So growing up, biking with my family was a huge passion of ours. And when addiction took over my life, I started to miss those bike rides. And then soon after, I was no longer invited on those bike rides. And that was really hard for me. And then that really took me out, took me to a deep, dark place.
We thought we lost our son. He was in a bad way, physically, emotionally, and financially. His life was in chaos. We didn't know what to do, my wife and I. He came to the Salvation Army. Today is July 3rd, 2020. My son and I are in the middle of a 100-mile bike ride. He's clean and sober. He's with his child in an amazing way. He smiles, and he has spirituality. Much of this progress over those 4 years is because of the Salvation Army. And as parents, we can't tell you how proud we are of his work and how grateful we are of the work of the Salvation Army to support him in his adventure.
All right. Hi, guys.
I praise God for sending me to the Salvation Army, because I stand before you and my heart is restored, my mind is restored, My family is back in my life. I mean, as of right now, we are filming this video in my sister's backyard. And let me tell you, before the Salvation Army, that was not going to happen. And because of the Salvation Army, this is happening today, in this moment.
What's the coolest thing about your dad?
Is he still strong? And it helps me.
Perseverance.
Hope.
Purpose. Service.
Dignity.
Inclusive.
Structure.
Family.
Hope.